I thought this would be a good time to just review how to do a linear regression on your calculator. We learned how to do all the calculations using our statistics formulas, but to do a linear regression on a calculator, you'd want to get all of those list 1, list 2 data values entered. First, for the scatter plot, we would go to second y equals the stat plot, and we're going to want to turn that on. So I'm going to push enter on. It's already kind of set up to do that scatter plot, and it already has list 1 and list 2 as my x and y values. I'm going to just use this mark that's sort of the default. If I push graph now, I would see the scatter plot show up if my window weren't set to -10 to 10 and -10 to 10, because those temperatures are too high to be showing up. So what I want to do is either do a zoom stat, or I can just adjust my window manually. If I were to adjust it going off of this graph, it looks like my x max is a 12 over here, and on that graph it's counting by 2s, so I might just enter that. Here we're going from 0 to 50 counting by 5s, so on the y-axis 0 to 50 counting by 5s. And now I should be able to see that scatter plot just like it was on there. I promised you a linear regression, so we're going to go to the main screen, second quit, and we are going to go to Stat, Calc, and then remember linear regression is the fourth option right here. AX plus B instead of MX plus B, but we'll deal with that. It's got it set up again. The default is list 1 and list 2 for your X and Y. If you wanted it to show up in the y equals and graph on the graph, you just need to enter y1 right here. The place I usually find that is under vars, variables, y variables, function, y1, and then when I push calculate, it's going to give me my slope and my y-intercept, and you'll remember those are the same values that we had gotten before. It is possible to have your calculator show you your correlation coefficient and coefficient of determination. You just have to turn on that diagnostic capability. That's going to be under catalog, which you're going to push second 0. And we're going to either scroll down to diagnostics, or you can use the D button right here. Diagnostics need to be turned on. Once you've done that, it should keep that setting. Now when I go to Stat, Calc, Linear Regression, you'll see that the R squared and the R do show up. Let's check that graph, and it shows that least squares regression line. It also has it entered into the Y1. It automatically fills in those values for your MX plus B. And so our calculator is programmed to use those same formulas that we've been using. Obviously, it's been calculating these for us in case we're feeling lazy, but it will also find that slope and those correlation coefficients.